Okay, okay, I have you a little better there. Yeah, I have you right now. All right, we're on FM. And we're on
Sorry, Drew, I was setting the camera up there, QSL.
QSL. Same here. I've got mine running. I was right on it there. I knew I could hear it was going to work. So, but I do have you in there. It's low, but you're in.
Yeah, I've got you on 9 plus this way, Drew. 9 plus. Yeah, like a wallet. I didn't turn the camera on, did I? But I've got you now. I've got it recording, QSL.
Okay, I got you up there 5 to 7 now with better audio. I'm glad the your Melaka is working.
Yeah, I've got you on 9 plus this way, Drew. 9 plus. Yeah, like a wallet. I didn't turn the camera on, did I? But I've got you now. I've got it recording, QSL.
Okay, I got you up there 5 to 7 now with better audio.
Yeah, you dropped down a little bit there, but I did get that last over. You was coming in at the 9, then it started dropping down to 7, then 6. But yeah, it's working, Drew, QSL.
Copy on that. I'm getting a lot of static being struck in, but I do have you there. So it must be just starting. Hey, this is okay.
Yeah, I mean, when it works, it really does work well, doesn't it? When that needle lifts up. But yeah, I just had a flick up to 385. Noticed there was a few needle benders cranking in at good signals. So I just thought I'd put another call out there, and there you were, QSL.
QSL, the only thing I've got is you, my friend, but I do have you in there.
Yeah, caught me unawares, to be honest with you, Drew. I've not even got the lighting set up or anything here at the moment. That's it, I've just changed it around now. It was a little bit too bright, but I've got the lighting set up okay now on the radio, QSL.
QSL, I got you up in that, up to 5 and running pretty good there. The audio is there, so it's working.
Yeah, well, you crept up just over the 9 then, so yeah, it's strange hearing your voice on the radio after all this time, Drew. I was going to ask you what your call sign was, QSL.
Well, QSL, that was a 7. It's nice strong audio right there. You're doing really well. Yeah, I'm happy to see the Melaka stuff.
Yeah, it's good to hear you back on the radio anyway. I know you've not been very well. I'll say that for the camera so the guys know. And also you've been very, very busy at the same time on the farm there, Drew, QSL. Yeah, it did dip a little bit there, Drew. It did drop down a little bit. I noticed that when you come back on your last over, QSL.
QSL, yeah, I'm just happy to get the camera running. I had it running yesterday, but we had nothing. So, but yeah, you're 5 there, audio's hanging. Just a rough go. I'm sure it's going to get better.
Yeah, I think that breaking point on my radio is about signal 7. If you drop down below the 7, Drew, I start to lose you a little bit, but anything above that and you sound absolutely fantastic, QSL. Yeah, I think I was due a changeover, Drew. I do tend to put some whiskies up it sometimes, QSL.
Okay, I lost you there sort of in the static, cousin, but I do have you. It's in and out.
Yeah, I've still got you floating up at the 89. So yeah, it's working. You know, we're trying to get
QSL, yeah, I'm watching the meter swing. It's something else. You'll start out like at a 5, and it'll slowly go down to nothing. and then it'll start and build right back up to the 5. So it's pulsing for sure. I got most of that.
Yeah, it sounds like your noise floor is a lot lower than mine today, Drew.
Yeah, it's on and off. If your signal, like you were saying to me, if your signal is a certain, like say a 5 on this meter, well then we know I've got it clear. But as it gets down to about a 3, it starts to fade in.
Yeah, my noise level's about 4, 5, and then you break it around about 6, 7. Anything above that's crystal clear, anything below is not very good at all,
QSL, see, I've got you there too. So, hey, this is interesting. We're back on FM, making it happen. I'm happy to run the Melaka. I wanted to run it on FM, see where we were.
Well, I'll tell you what, Drew, it's spot on frequency,
QSL, yeah, this is an old rig. I've got to sideband. It drifts a little bit too much, but I've got to fix that. I know where it is. It's like owning a Triumph motorcycle. You work on it all the time.
Yeah, you dropped off on that last one, but I couldn't work out what you were saying. I think also you mentioned earlier that you're on the D104 on that American QSL.
I'm running the D104, yes, and I wanted to see how it was going to run, and I think it's doing well.
Yeah, it's spot on frequency, Drew, that radio is for an old radio. I don't know how many years old. It's probably about 410, but it's definitely spot on frequency, QSL.
Thank you, I appreciate that. That's where I have my problems with this radio on sideband. I can tune it and it'll, after a couple months, it's back to the same thing. But on FM and AM, it's beautiful. And the receive on this old beast, I think this is 44 years old now.
44 years old, yeah, it's got to be one of the early ones, hasn't it, Drew? I'm surprised it's actually got FM on it, Drew, QSL.
Say again one more time.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's actually got FM on it, QSL.
Oh yeah, and well, this is a very, you don't see many Melakas. It's the cheaper model they had back then, but it rages on CW. If you get on 10 meters on this thing and get on CW, it's beautiful.
Yeah, Roger, yeah, I got most of that last time, Drew. I don't think the skip's fantastic today, but it's definitely working. But yeah, I don't think there's many radios of that age, Drew, that, you know, that cover that function right. So, yeah, it must be one of the first ones that had FM on it there in that range there, QSL.
Yeah, QSL, and the thing with it is, I've got it tuned up, so it'll run 5 watts or so on AM or FM. So the other ones, you know, the Galaxies, everybody was 60, 80, 100 watts, blah, blah, blah. But this is a export anyway. You don't see many, even on the the E-screw boob there thing. You don't see many.
Well, that one you've got there, Drew, is the only Melaka that I've actually ever seen, QSL.
Yeah, QSL, it's the early model. I'm just happy to have it and kept it because I had some of the other bigger units and just sold them off as time went by. Kind of comical because it only has the 1 meter, as you'll see in the video, but it's got that nice on air, let you know that, you know, it's working. But yeah, it's a wonderful heavy big radio.
Yeah, it's got its own inbuilt power supply as well, hasn't it? I think the later models, Drew, had the 2 meters, like for SWR and power. So, yeah, like the Jumbos, you know, the Galaxy Saturns.
Yeah, exactly, the Saturns. Yeah, they're nice radios. I like them. I can't say as I ever bought one new, but I bought a lot used. People would invest in them back in the 90s, spend $600-700, and then they couldn't pay the rent at the end of the month. And if you always had $250-300 in your pocket, you were ahead.
Yeah, they go for a lot more money than that nowadays, Drew.
Oh yeah, and the thing with these is that, like you said, well, they're easy to work on because when you open a big box, it's spread out, so it's not a big deal. But again, it's Yeah, it's a, what would we say, a bygone age?
Oh, definitely, yeah. But very sought after, Drew. That radio will be very sought after, especially over here in the UK, to yourself.
Yeah, well, you keep telling me it's your radio, right?
Well, it has got my name on it. It's spelt Melaka. Golf Lima Echo November Melaka QSL.
Oh, you're one of them, are you, cousin?
Yeah, a little bit dyslexic, Drew.
Well, we're doing really well now. You're riding up there 5 to 7. The static doesn't touch you. It's like you're in the room.
Yeah, you're still hovering around the 8-9. It drops down a little bit from time to time, but I've still got you in there, buddy.
Yeah, I said that, and we just had a low purge there, but we've been rocking for 10 minutes, so I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, Roger, you see right there, you dropped down to the 7, Drew, and you just disappeared on there. But, you know, a couple of needles whipped over that 7, and you just sound like, again, you're in the room there, QSL.
QSL, yeah, I was just flipping the tone switch there around a little bit, and I lowered it down because now it's your voice totally. So, yeah, I'm getting the same thing, but, yeah, I mean, when it's in, we had a couple minutes just there where it was just perfect.
Yeah, it came in good, and then it got a little bit shaky, but, you know, it's holding well at the moment, Drew.
Yeah, I hate to say this, but, and I'm not saying this in an egotistical manner whatsoever, but what kind of trend are we going to set next?
Yeah, Roger. What antenna are you using today, Drew? What antenna?
All right, I'm running on the, I copied, you're asking about my antenna. I'm running the Astroplane. I did try earlier, and on the other, and the other was more static on the Vector.
Okay, I mean, you can try the Vector, Drew, if you want to. See what that comes.
Well, I just did, and it doesn't really even receive you hardly at all.
Apologies, trying to get that over. I don't think it caught mine either.
QSL, I'm starting to lose you again. We're down to 3 on the meter, and it's pegging you out. So let's give it 10 minutes or so and see if it builds again.
I'm sorry, Drew, I didn't get that last over.
See, he's losing it
You
too.
want to give it a break, did you say, QSL?
QSL, let's take a little break here for a while, and let me let the amp cool down.
Yeah, they do get warm on Foxtrot mic, Drew. Alright then, buddy, we'll cut it loose for now and go again shortly.
Okay, it's you have 4 to 5 there, and you were coming in a little better. So it's patterning, you know, up and down. But let's say, is anybody out there trying to get in? I got negative. Nobody QSK's out there.
No, I got nothing either, Drew. Is any QSKs out there? Come on. No, I'm not getting anything either, Drew.
Okay, my friend, I got you on a nice 5 there in the room.
Yeah, you're still hovering up there by the 9, Drew, when it lets you QSL.
Yeah, I probably forgot to throw the underground cable switch yesterday. You know, back at it again.
Yeah, as I've always said, Drew, when it works, it does work really well. Very clear audio. Alright then, buddy, we'll cut this one loose and we'll go again shortly.
Copy on that. I have the radio on. I'll be monitoring right here. And I'm going to grab a smoke and a drip of coffee. I'll catch you online, too.
Alright, Drew, no worries. I'll catch you in a side chat. 7-3 for now.
7 3s, and that was a good 15 minutes there, buddy.
Yeah, it worked well when it wanted to. Alright, buddy, 7-3 for now.
7 3s, New York 202's on the side, listening.